Just the ultimate green light. I mean, his green light would make the Jolly Green Giant jealous. That's how green his light is. His green light, he should have all the Mountain Dew sponsors. His light can't get no greener. He's got the green light. I mean, he's like the Green Lantern. I haven't seen a player with a green light like this since Tom Sheppard on Above the Rim. And Tom Sheppard took every shot in that tournament. This man got a greener light than Tom Sheppard had when he was playing Nutso 101. After he jumped off the roof. Remember, he was playing Nutso 101, invisible. He was playing invisible basketball. He didn't even have a defender. That's Luka's green light. He playing one-on-one with Nutso is how green Luka's light is. And then all the other 4 players just got to sit there and watch. So Redick has to run an offense where Luka has the ball all quarter long, all possession, 24 seconds out of every possession. He's got the ball and everything just operates off Luka. And then on defense, I have to figure out a way to hide his fat ass, his skinny fat ass, my bad. I got to figure out how to hide this slow dude with freaking concrete in his shoes. I got to hide him on defense. And guess what he gets? He by being so bad at defense and being so bad as a team player on offense, he gets rewarded for it. Want to know how he gets rewarded? Because if we run an offense where Luka is the only person that can get an assist, he's going to get 10 assists every game. And then if we're in an offense where everyone has to play defense on the perimeter except Luka, you can just stand on the block. Every missed 3 that goes up, Luka is in the best position to get the rebound, so he's probably going to get 10 rebounds every game. And then if he's taking 25 to 30 shots a game, he's probably going to get 25 points a game. So they've already, by the way they run their offense and defense, they've penciled Luka in. They've penciled him in for 25, 10, and 10 every single night. And every night he don't get 25, 10, and 10 is an indictment on him because it's designed for you to get a triple-double every night. Every night he don't get a triple-double is a failure. Now, he said the Lakers didn't look good at all. He said out of the 4 teams that played last night, the Lakers looked the worst. He said they don't look like a contender. JJ Redick didn't have them boys ready. I mean, and now they playing 100% Luka ball. Like they're literally playing 100% Luka ball. And I'm like, man. And I knew they was going to do that because JJ Redick doing an interview this summer was talking about philosophies and offensive schemes, and he said that sometimes when you come up with a philosophy, it's not always 100% what the coach wants. Sometimes you have to cater it to, what's going to be best for that player. And as soon as he said that, I said, oh, they playing Luka ball this season. I already knew it. This dude gonna have the ball in his hand for 18 seconds out of every 24-second shot clock. That man's going to have the ball in his hands for 18 seconds out of every 24-second shot clock. All right, this is Jay Will talking about the Lakers last night.
Well, out of the 4 teams that were playing last night, they were by far the worst in the play. Like, shout out to OKC, shout out to Golden State, shout out to Houston for actually bringing aggressiveness and the style of play where you see teams are actually contending in the Western Conference. The Lakers aren't a championship team, and I think it's okay to say that. Like, watching them last night, I wrote it down, doggy. They're a mediocre team. Their offense is decent. Their defense is horrific. Now, think about this. So Luka definitely was incredible last night. Attacking downhill, energy level seemed high. Conditioning was a thing in the offseason. Seems like he has handled that challenge, right? But when you get Luka and you take away a guy like Anthony Davis, who is the backbone of your defense, who can alter shots, allow guards to press up on the perimeter, it gave you a defensive mindset. This team now with DeAndre Ayton, there's no defensive mindset. There were multiple times, I say last night, where he was floating around the perimeter. He was getting backdoor cut. He didn't know where he was on the court defensively. They were getting beat in transition. Golden State was in there. I know I said I can't curse. It was in their ass. He was in them defensively, in their pocket, doggy, each and every possession. Jimmy Butler looked great. Jonathan Kuminga looked great. They play with a sense of urgency. I do not understand how the first game of the NBA season, JJ Redick has his work out for him, that they did not bring any kind of tenacity to the table. And it makes me extremely concerned with everything that's on the line for this team. LeBron being out. I know their schedule is a little bit softer until he comes back into November 23rd, around that pocket. But this team has a lot of challenges. Luka will do the Luka type things that we know he can do. But this team defensively is nowhere close to being one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
See, what I didn't like about what Jay Will said is he completely let Luka off the hook for his defense and blamed everything on DeAndre Ayton. And I understand what that is all about, because when you see a guy get beat up in the public, and a lot of guys start piling on, because Luka took a lot of heat for how he was out of shape in the playoffs last year, and he did a lot of effort in the summertime to fix his body. So you don't want to come out bashing his brother game one. Like, let him live a little bit, give him credit for losing the weight and taking it serious and all that stuff, and he's trying. So I understand why Jay Will didn't want to really put Luka on that put him on that chopping block with Ayton and everybody else on why the defense wasn't looking good. But let me explain to you what I saw on defense from the Lakers. Everything he said about Ayton, yeah, I saw it too. Right? He wasn't no shot blocker. He ain't nowhere near what AD was. He ain't talking on defense. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if Ayton talked. Right? So that was true. But not calling out Luka at all. Everything that we've all criticized Luka for on defense was still evident in this first game. I'm going to point out a couple of things. Luka's your point guard. But Luka can't guard point guards. So you put a lineup out there with Luka as your point guard, but you have to have in your mind, I have to put a guy on the floor that can guard point guards, because we got to take Luka off the point guard. So whoever your shooting guard is, have to be able to guard point guards. Just so happened that shooting guard can't guard point guards either, which is Austin Reeves. You don't want him on the ball as a defender either. So that means whoever your small forward is should be able to guard point guards. And now you got to start a small forward. I don't know if Rui started last night. Was it Rui? Like you're struggling to figure out who's going to stop the ball, right? Because both of your guards are not good at that, and one of them is a liability at it. So much of a liability, and I'm talking about Luka. So much of a liability that not only he can't guard the ball on point guards or ball handlers, he can't guard anybody on the perimeter. So what they do with Luka is they put him almost in a zone. They put him on a block, because everyone runs the 5-man offense now. Is always going to be somebody in the corner. It don't matter who's in the corner. That's who Luka's guarding. So really, he's not guarding a man and following him. Really, what Luka is doing is playing zone on the block. Watch him. Pull up the game and watch it. Luka is on the block every defensive play, and whoever is in the corner is his assignment. Because the guy in the corner is not going to get the ball and try to blow by me. He's in the corner just to spread the floor and be a shooter if they swing it to him. Right? So it's an easy job for him. Come back on defense, stand on that block, and your assignment is that corner boy. Right? That's how bad his defense is. They're hiding him on defense. Usually in the boxing one, the one is guarding the best offensive player, and the one is really a good defender. In this case, they're running the box and one, but the one they're hiding. Everybody else play really good defense and hide Luka from ever having to guard somebody with the ball on the dribble penetration. If they try to bring the corner boy up to set the screen, they'll just switch it so Luka can stay in the corner. Now their guard at the top is now he's guarding the guy that just came from the corner, and Luka got the new guy that's in the corner. Like at all costs, they want Luka to stand on that block and stay away from everything on the perimeter. So now as a coach, you had to do two things for your best player on offense and defense. On offense, you have to find players that's going to stand at the the corners and the arcs, and just stand there and spread the floor for Luka, set screens for him all day long, and watch Luka dribble the ball all game, and wait for him to pass it to you and whatever he go do. Just watch him go nuts, shoot 25 to 30 shots a game, just go nuts, 10 threes, just the ultimate green light. I mean, his green light would make the Jolly Green Giant jealous. That's how green his light is. His green light, he should have all the Mountain Dew sponsors. His light can't get no greener. He's got the green light. I mean, he's like the Green Lantern. I haven't seen a player with a green light like this since Tom Sheppard on Above the Rim. And Tom Sheppard took every shot in that tournament. This man got a greener light than Tom Sheppard had when he was playing Nutso 101. After he jumped off the roof. Remember, he was playing Nutso 101, invisible. He was playing invisible basketball. He didn't even have a defender. That's Luka's green light. He playing one-on-one with Nutso is how green Luka's light is. And then all the other four players just got to sit there and watch. So Redick has to run an offense where Luka has the ball all quarter long, all possession, 24 seconds out of every possession. He's got the ball and everything just operates off Luka. And then on defense, I have to figure out a way to hide his fat ass, his skinny fat ass, my bad. I got to figure out how to hide this slow dude with freaking concrete in his shoes. I got to hide him on defense. And guess what he gets? He by being so bad at defense and being so bad as a team player on offense, he gets rewarded for it. Want to know how he gets rewarded? Because if we run an offense, well, Luka is the only person that can get an assist. He's going to get 10 assists every game. And then if we're in an offense where everyone has to play defense on the perimeter except Luka, and you can just stand on the block, every missed three that goes up, Luka is in the best position to get the rebound. So he's probably going to get 10 rebounds every game. And then if he's taking 25 to 30 shots a game, he's probably going to get 25 points a game. So they've already, by the way they run their offense and defense, they've penciled Luka in. They've penciled him in for 25, 10, and 10 every single night. And every night he don't get 25, 10, and 10 is an indictment on him because it's designed for you to get a triple-double every night. Every night he don't get a triple-double is a failure. If someone told the best player on the team that I'm going to let you take 25 shots a game, I'm going to let you stand on the block on defense. You ain't got to guard nobody. Just stand there. And then you're the only person designed to get an assist in this offense. If you tell your best player that he's supposed to have a triple-double every single game. So every player that plays like that, Luka, Jokic, LeBron, Harden, Westbrook, when they used to do it, every player that plays an offense like that where it's all about them, every game they don't have a triple-double is a failure. Like, it's designed for you to get a triple. The offense is not even designed to be hell for the other team. The offense is really designed for one player to be hell. Everybody else, you're shooting threes. The greenest light since Tom Sheppard while playing against Nutso, the invisible one. That's what he's doing. He out there playing Tom Sheppard ball. He don't see nobody else. He just out there that's all he doing. Tom Sheppard. I should get me a Birdman jersey or whoever Tom Sheppard paid for in the Above the Rim. I'm going to get me a jersey and put Luka on the back. Because that's what he is. Tom Sheppard, he's doing exactly what he was doing in Dallas with Brunson. And then he did it again with Kyrie. Luckily, Kyrie was so freaking good that they ended up getting to the finals like that. And Boston exposed them. Tom Sheppard ball didn't work when that defense turned up on his ass. And then they started making him guard. What was crazy about Boston is that they put a lineup out there. They have a lineup of Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Tatum, White, Holiday. All of those dudes have the ability to be first or second team all defense. That's how good they are defensively. And there was no weak spots where he could set a screen and get a switch and exploit it. The worst perimeter defender on that lineup would have been Al Horford. Al Horford, even at this age, does not get blown by. Nobody blows by him. I don't know how he's doing it at that size and that age, but if he switch on you on the perimeter, it ain't no easy win. It ain't no easy win. So when they try to play hunt ball, let's find a mismatch and let a screen setter, switch on Luka, and now Luka can go one-on-one. There was nobody on the Boston team that could do it. Like everybody he picked. I mean, imagine being pressured up the court by Jaylen Brown. And then you finally get your fat ass up the court and you huffing and puffing and tired, honey bun sauce just dripping out of your eyes. And then now you call for a screen to get Jaylen Brown off of you. Please get this dude off of me. And you set the screen and now they switch and now Tatum's on you. Now what? Now you don't know what to do. Kyrie, do something. Then you throw it to Kyrie and then you go stand your fat ass in the corner tired. And that's what that was about. That was the series. That was pretty much it. I can't find a mismatch. They won't let me get a mismatch off these screens. There's no bad defenders on the court for me to exploit. What am I gonna do? And that's why they look so bad. That's why he looked so bad. Right? That's exactly what it was. So now they running the same offense in Lakerland, the LA Lucas, the Luka Lakers, whatever you want to call it. And boy, they about to be hating life. Only person that's going to be having fun is Reeves, because in that offense, the second star Reeves got 16 shots up. That ain't bad for a second star. I get to get up 16 short. So basically, when Luka run his high screen and roll offense, when he don't get none out of it, now I got to throw it to my second star, and now you try it. But Luka gets 18 seconds out of the shot clock to make something happen. The second star only gets the last 6 seconds to figure it out. So after Luka get a screen and he dribbles 15 times and I can't get a three, I can't blow by him. Okay, I couldn't get a pass off. Okay, boom. Give it to Reeves. Reeves, now you got 6 seconds, get a shot off. And then, okay, I'll shoot it. Same thing they was doing with Kyrie. Same thing they did with Jalen Brunson. Same thing they did with Dinwiddie when Jalen Brunson left. The second guy gets his shots off. But everybody else in that offense, good luck. Lob. You get an offensive rebound. You got to kick it right back out. The only thing Ayton is going to do in this offense is set screens and catch lobs. The only thing Rui is going to do in this offense is shoot threes when the ball rotates to him. And then the other guy, number 12, that they put in, shoot threes. You got to help spread the floor. And then Reeves, you get to do what Luka do, but you only got 6 seconds to do it. Luka gets 18. That's the offense. And then on defense, hide Luka. Please don't let Luka get on the ball. Hide him. Somebody please help Luka. Help Luka. I remember Jason Kidd said, man, we got to do a better job helping Luka on defense. Like we all do. Like, dude, this is your best player. You got to help him on defense. That's a well without water. That is a cloud with no rain. That is insane. That is a whited sepulcher. That is a bleach white tombstone that looks pretty, but it's full of dead man bones. Ain't nothing pretty on the inside. On the outside, it looks good. Triple-double basketball. He getting numbers, 43, 10, and 9. Looks really good. That's a whited sepulcher. That's a whited tombstone on top of a grave. But you look under the surface, dead man's bones. It's not good. Oh, I'm in a desert. Oh, my God. Man. Oh, my God. There's a well right there. You go to it. I'm thirsty. You look down at the well, it's dry. No water. That's what it's like when you look at those numbers, those triple-double numbers. Oh, it looks so good. What did it produce? Losses. It just looks good on the outside. It just looks good. But all right, I'm gonna end it there, y'all. I'm gonna come back and go live again tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be after the game, before the game, or during the game, because I got to get to those other topics is on the rundown. I owe that to y'all, but I didn't know I was gonna go this long with the Warriors and Lakers, and the Rockets recap. I was supposed to be real quick with that, and then I was supposed to get through those all those other topics, but I didn't. So that means I got to come back and do it again. Plus, I didn't know I had messed up my my sound. My sound was all jacked up, man. Sheesh. Hold on, let me see. Let me. Anna said, and this is my buddy from Serbia. Anna, listen. Yeah, I had audio issues, Elisa. Yeah, that threw me off for sure. But Anna, listen. Luka's good. He's really good. That's the only, I don't critique people that's not good. Why would I critique? You get what I'm saying? It's like if come on, dog. Like, you can't critique guys that you don't expect nothing from. Luka is really good, and everything I'm critiquing him on can be fixed. I wouldn't critique a guy in a wheelchair based on how well he ran the 100-meter dash. Why would I do that? Right? But if you are fast and you run the 100-meter dash, but you're doing a couple of things wrong that's messing with your time, then I would critique it. And the critique is not for just empty critique. It's for somebody to actually fix that. Like, you got, like, as long as I see that discrepancy, I got to talk about it. They lost last night. It's a reason why they lost. I'm telling you what they should do better. Luka ball does not work. And they're going to continue to go back to the fact that, but they made it to the finals playing Luka ball. Listen, what needs to be in place for you to make it to the finals playing Luka ball? A lot of luck, lightning in the bottle. Like Kyrie's got to be healthy the whole time. You got to have a number two that's a real number one. Like, Kyrie is a real number one and can score on anybody. That has to be your number two. It's the same formula with LeBron. The way LeBron played was good enough to get him to the finals, but he always got his ass exposed. Look at his finals record. Look how many times he got whooped in the finals, swept, gentleman swept. Once you get to a point that they can only take you so far with Bron ball or Luka ball. You can only go so far with it. Eventually, you go get exposed. So, for LeBron to make it happen, he had to go to the Heat, the former super team. So, either get a super team with 3 number ones on it, or at least get a co-star that's an absolute bucket. So, LeBron has done it both ways. He done it in the form of a super team with Miami Heat, right? And then he done it in Cleveland with an absolute bucket for a second co-star, which was Kyrie. Right? This is a number two that gives you 41 points in the finals. This is a number two that outplays Steph Curry head to head in the finals. This is a number two that can hit game winners for you in the finals. Right? That's a real number one. He has to be that good of a scorer. And then you have to have a third guy like Kevin Love that plays power forward, that can spread the floor and shoot threes like a guard. That's LeBron's formula, right? They've been trying to copy that with Dallas. They tried to get a number two that's a complete bucket. They had Brunson, they had Dinwiddie. Complete bucket as a number two with a big that can stretch the floor, because you got to have the floor wide open in the paint for it to work. So Maxi Kleber always worked well in Luka's system. That's why Maxi Kleber kept a contract with Dallas. You have to have a big man that can shoot threes for it to work. And you have to have a number two that's an absolute bucket on the number one level. And then you have to have these great role players, and they all need to be able to hit the three and play defense for Luka. LeBron did the same thing. Harden tried it, but Harden never had that number two that was a bucket. His best number two was Dwight, and then he had Chris Paul. So Harden never got, but he did have the big man that can stretch the floor. He had Ryan Anderson one year. One year they had Trevor Ariza playing 3 and 4. You know, they always got the screen setter, Clint Capella, that was a lob threat. Like, you always have to have a lob threat. You know, LeBron had those two with Tristan Thompson and guys like that. Always a lob threat, always a big that can shoot the 3, and a number 2 that's a complete bucket, and multiple shooters on the bench and the starting, like shooters all over the place. Right? Luka's trying it. He had the number 2 with Kyrie. He had the lob threat with Lively and Gafford. He had multiple shooters around him. He had everything that LeBron had in place. And then you have to have health, because Kyrie is injury prone. So you had a year where Kyrie was healthy the whole playoffs. They got to the finals with all of that. But guess what the fail point was? He had everything that he needed that I said that you need in that offense. But he was the issue, because he was a liability on defense and he was fat and out of shape on offense. So when they pressed his fat ass up the court, he ain't had shit left in the tank when he got up the court. He struggled that entire series. He wasn't in shape. He wasn't in championship shape. His back swirled up like a honey bun. He had more rolls in his neck than the Shoney's with the big fat yeast roll. I don't know if y'all ate at Shoney's before. He was the issue. He was the failure. He was the failure. So, I mean, look, is Luka good? Yes. But when you start looking for issues on why his teams don't win, you start with him. You don't bypass him and start talking about DeAndre Ayton. You don't do that. If my best player ain't playing lockdown defense, you can't ask nobody else to play lockdown defense. That's the rule. That is the rule. You don't do what I say, not what I see, not what you see. You see me not doing it, but I want you to do it. No. You have to do it first if you're the leader. If you're the best player and the leader, you do it first. I need to see your commitment to defense first. And he just got committed to keeping himself in shape this summer. So he was failing before he even stepped on the court, not committed to being in championship shape for his whole career into this summer. And Dallas was asking him to get in championship shape for so many years till they got to the point where they traded him, and he's supposed to be a top 3 player in the league, and he's 25 years old, and they traded him for an older player in AD. They wanted to get out of the Luka business so bad that they took a deal for an older player that's injury prone. Lock him up. Get his fat ass out of here. Now he's skinny fat. How you skinny looking with all the same fat attributes? Slow, slothful, and often hurt. How you skinny with all the fat attributes? That's crazy. So yeah, it won't be no Luka love because of a 43-point double-double, almost triple-double. He ain't getting no love. He can only get love for playing defense, team ball, and winning. You can't come show nobody no love and no L. Nobody for Houston got no love in the previous segment. I talked about what Kevin Durant needs to do better. But at least he played defense and is in shape and shared the ball. But yeah, we not about to go her whole season with Luka in the MVP race, taking L's every other game, and just putting up empty calorie stats and getting cooked on defense. And it ain't even Thanksgiving yet, and he already in the oven. Exactly what he liked to be. Where all the turkey meat at. So there we go, man. I catch y'all back in about 2 hours. Peace.